Greetings and salutations, folks. My name's Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where last time we actually did story content. We stormed the Grey Warden stronghold, stopped the Grey Warden plot, prevented Corypheus from creating the army that would wage war across the land, which feels smaller than I would have expected said army to be, but the army would have consisted of Grey Warden mages and demons, so maybe they would have had a leg up against a lot of smaller towns and smaller castles, but anyway, I think I've already stated enough on my concerns in regards to exactly how many Grey Wardens there are in this universe. For now, though, we've got a whole bunch of operations that unlocked. Let's see, there's good Sir Ruth, who went into the Deep Roads. Returning soldiers report that Warden Ruth led a charge into the Deep Roads that could be heard leagues away. They struck at a Darkspawn enclave that had all the hallmarks of a future breeding colony. She fell while battling what they claim was a Hurlock emissary. Unfortunately, 3 of our soldiers died as well. I understand it, all 3 were the last of their family, having lost the rest in the Blight. The location was marked with Inquisition insignia, should any travelers find it in the future. Nightingale, the diplomat was right, for all the good it did her. The Tevinter advisor was Venatori, and the illness affecting the humans in the city was evidently due to the Venatori planting red lyrium in the wells used by the humans. Lady Guinevere got this information to me shortly before she was eliminated. I am attempting to remove myself from the area, but I'm unsure whether I will be successful. The nobles of Wycombe have mobilized their forces. They have killed the elves of Wycombe's alienage and are marching upon the Dalish as well, convinced that their red lyrium sickness is actually some sort of elven curse. If I survive, I will be in contact. If not, I urge you to burn all contacts in Wycombe. The well is poisoned, literally in this case. Wow. Jester, everything hit the fan there. That is the worst possible outcome. Sister Liliana. Ooh, an offer from the crows. Sorry, weird noises from outside. It happens. Our agent encountered Lord Enzo's home, where they discovered several pieces of correspondence connecting Enzo to the Venatori. Worse, it seems Enzo did more than buy into their philosophy. He's been arranging to send volunteers to Red Lyrium mines. As they took these people from Rialto's poorer, more unfortunate residents, few noticed the disappearances. Did this game come out slightly... Well, I mean, the entire idea of the rich abusing the poor and then nobody notices because nobody looks for them is unfortunately an old one. And still going. Our agents were prepared to confront Enzo with the evidence, but he failed to return. We have since learned that he hired a ship to Hercynia in the Free Marches. It seems unlikely that Enzo knew of our presence, but something spooked him. Mason. Liliana has written, have our agents track Lord Enzo to the Free Marches. His work for the Venatori must not continue. Let us pray the trail does not run cold. A letter delivered to Skyhold. Its sender claims to be a member of the Antivan Crows, an infamous guild of assassins. We encountered your agents in Hercynia. It seems the Inquisition and the Crows share a target. Our employer bears no love for Lord Enzo due to, well, let's just say it's a personal matter. Of course, I imagine your motivations have more to do with the man's Tevinter friends. You know the Venatori, we know Enzo. Why compete for the man? Lend us your knowledge and the job will be done far more quickly. You eliminate an enemy, our employer removes a political rival, and we get paid. A happy ending for all involved. Let's see, cooperate with the Antivan Crows works to our advantage. They have more knowledge of Enzo, and we gain contacts should we need their assistance in the future. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or spirit, he remains vulnerable to Venatori binding magic. The Amulet of the Unbound, used by Ravani seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. My Ravani contacts say these amulets are held dear, but to protect spirits from the breach, they are willing to help us. Let's see, any of these? That's just resources. Let's gather herbs. A letter has arrived, stamped with a seal of Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the Mage Rebellion, the Arling of Redcliffe holds you accountable for the losses suffered by our people while providing hospitality to your mage allies. A freehold Rainsfire was burned to the ground when a mage inside lost control of his abilities. 2 farms outside Redcliffe Village suffered crop loss and structural damage due to frost spells. 5 people in Redcliffe Village were injured by lightning spells cast by panicked children. I trust this matter can be concluded without the involvement of the Crown. Arl Tegan, Guerin. All right. We'll help you out. Oh, I forgot about Hard and Hightown. Okay, so we have 53 power. We need 30 for Wicked Hearts and Wicked Eyes. We need 8 for the Frostback Basin, but we're still not high enough for that area just yet. We're at 16, it wants 20. And I think this, we're still not tough enough for the Empire du Lion. But I believe there might be a couple. There's Stop Venatori activity in the west, which requires 20. Yeah, there's that. Liliana's spies have discovered orders from the Venatori's high-ranking commanders. A large number of mages are traveling westward to excavate something of great value to our cause. The Inquisition must find whether its enemies are what the enemies are searching for. The region is vast, but Liliana is ready to put her network to use in tracking down Corypheus's minions. Yeah, let's buy it. We'll still have 33 power left. Plus, we'll get whatever. The Venatori are camped in a place known as the Hissing Wastes, which I believe is still a little higher of a level for us anyway, so. Based on what I've read online, the next section for us to go to is the Exalted Plains. They're working their slaves to death, digging old buildings out from the sand. The Inquisition should step in quickly, because if it doesn't, I'm going to bash the Venatori's heads in, and you'll need a new scout. Alright, so let's go to first the Western Reach. See if, I still could, didn't seem to be able to go into that, or at the very least, we could, the Western Reach, the Western Approach. It still doesn't seem like I'm actually able to go to this area. Did I go to this section after this operation was completed? I want to say the answer is yes. We did not. We did not do that. Let us cut to... Can I actually fast travel to... Yeah, I'm just going to cut to my arrival probably at that Astrarium. Maybe. Alright, so here's the new bridge. That we built. That we did an operation to build. So now we can cross this area of toxic fumes in order to get to the other side. Which, this place should house an Astrarium and Darkspawn area. Hopefully the Darkspawn area is going to be convenient enough that it'll enable... Oh, there's an ocularium, too. Huh. This ocularium can see 0 shards. Which is a much lower number of shards than I was expecting the ocularium to have access to. But I will accept that. Hello. And goodbye. Okay. I'm also hoping, yeah, the Darkspawn Tunnel will extend itself to the area that I haven't been able to explore. Hello. How are you? Which would be very convenient and would enable us to consider the Western approach finally complete. And then we could maybe consider going back to those previous areas where there are dragons, and then fight those dragons. Come on. Oh, my. Hold on. What? There's an enemy in front of you. Attack said enemy. Is there a button, like, Dragon Age, I want to say Dragon Age 1 and 2 both had buttons where I could be like, attack! And I don't remember if this game has that, and I can't even look at my button layout anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. Attack my target. That way they're not just standing around waiting for the target to hit me. Or is it me attack the target? But it requires some one of the two in order to activate the AI functions. Like, the AI isn't smart enough to be like, oh, there's an enemy who we must fight. Let us fight it. Okay, are they going to climb? Okay, I was going to say, are they going to climb up the ladder or teleport in? Shall we go to the big smack to the Hurlock Alpha? Excellent. And I like the fact that the AI is smart enough to disengage with a stunned enemy, or like an enemy that has been purposefully put to sleep. And the Astrarium. Let us assemble this constellation. It does not look particularly complex, but looks can always be deceiving, because it looks like it has 2 extra stars. Like if I do that... Oh, I think I have got it now. There we go. Constellation Fenrir. Called White Wolf in common parlance. Fenrir has always been considered an oddity among scholars, primarily because wolves have no special place within ancient Tevinter folklore. To many, this represents the strongest argument that the Imperium deliberately supplanted older elven constellation names. In the case of Fenrir, an alignment with the elven trickster god Fenharel would be logical. Others claim a much older Neromenian tale of a wolf escaping hunters by fleeing into the sky exists, but the legend's veracity has never been proven. All right. We'll deal with that unproven veracity later. For now, let us climb this fort, which is not exactly where I expected the Darkspawn hole to be in, but... Koracavas. Oh, is this basically like the study of the Fifth Blight? The scholar's attempt to retell Dragon Age origins?
Stay on guard.
No. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people have died here very recently. Hello. Wow. I was gonna say, are the sound effects going to kick in? Or are the sound effects just waiting to show up a little bit later?
How many we after?
The Darkspawn will have the run of this place.
Never easy with you, is it?
Oof, never easy with the Darkspawn. I mean, like, have you looked at the dead bodies everywhere, Sarah? The writing is painted on the walls in blood. I like when I accidentally push the wrong button and like to jump instead of loot. And the game is like, oh, we're gonna have you do both actions. You're going to jump and loot. Oh, there's a thing there. I need one of those special torches. So it's like I still jump, but I loot on the way down. Hello, ghoul. And you. The giants are half feral. There's no room for a weak hand. One is enough to move debris during excavation, but keep it under control. We don't need the whole building coming down.
So they were using the giant as a beast of burden.
You know, it's a good thing Malice is reading these notes aloud so that everybody can experience the note, because otherwise, or is what do you think is going on? Is she reading the note aloud, or is everybody just kind of like squeezing together so they all can read it at the same time? I don't know what would necessarily be funnier. I think maybe the squeezing together. The secret tongue of slaves. Despite widespread illiteracy, Tevinter's slaves have developed a series of small pictograms that they scrawl on walls or under furniture, hidden from their uncaring owners. Regional variations make deciphering them a unique challenge. In one city, the sign of a clenched fist means a murderous master. In another, the same symbol indicates a harsh slave owner, but not one with a fatal temper. The ruling class's general indifference to the moods and fears of their slaves make this pictorial argot an important method of communication. It is therefore all the more strange so many Tevinter comedies center around farcical misunderstanding of a sloppily written sigil, where witty slaves scramble to subvert blame in time to avoid beheading. Perhaps it comforts Tevinter's well-to-do to believe that their property is only this clever and human in fiction. Now, when did this battle take place? I feel like one of those things, like if you ever decide to try to be a writer, your Google history will look like shit. Your Google history will make the FBI go after you. It's like that kind of thing. Like if I was writing this thing, I would do a Google search of like, how if a blood stain is not cleaned up for long enough, like what happens to a blood stain over time? What does a blood stain look like after 1 year, after 5 years? What does a dead body look like after 1 year of being left unattended after 5 years? Would blood still look this red and this fresh spattered about? Like, that's a writer's Google search. Hello. Now, get back here. I don't think I actually need this anymore, but I'm carrying it around just in case. If I can, I might as well. Hello. And then we'll go after you.
The Darkspawn are coming up through here.
We must seal it off. Perhaps if I made an attempt.
Okay. Go ahead.
Darkspawn at bay.
The tunnel was opened from the outside. Someone was digging here.
Are those responsible for the excavation still here? Plaid weave? Huh? What is Vandal Aria for? Faded interrogation notes. Let none be so foolish as to deny the power born of affection. Mark my words, for death would only bear a martyr. Persuade Talvis to speak the truth. Permit that honeyed tongue to undo its own mischief. They think to question the Archon's authority, to deny his reach. Will they do so once their beloved Iunia sings the magistrate's praises? Should Talvas prove unreasonable, remove her teeth. One wonders how much charm she will wield without a handsome smile. A missing slave. In Tevinter, a slave is invisible, even though the entire empire rests on our backs. Our hands built the walls of Minerathis and carry its wealth along the crumbling roads. Scribes like myself take diction and write letters that shift the balance of power. My daughter, Leonara, a kitchen slave, works night and day so Magister Delphine isn't troubled by a torn robe or a cold supper. Normally, I meet Leonara about the kitchens, but it has been days since our paths crossed. No one has seen her. I can't help but think of the old stories that crossed the slave markets like lightning, how centuries ago the ancients built their cities with blood magic, raising the very towers and walls with terrible rituals using our lives as fuel. Thousands of slaves were sacrificed as we were forced onto the altars of the old gods. Magister Delphine's perfect, marble-faced mansion likely stands on the back of 100 voiceless elves. But that was a different time. Andraste's words against blood magic made the practice all but forbidden and shunned. Though we may be punished, few slaves are dragged to the altar or milked of blood without at least some reprimand. Yet Leonara is missing, and Magister Delphine seems different. She carries an aura she never had before, and rumors fly that a bitter rival has been publicly humiliated in a duel of magic. Through my grief, I fear I know that my Leonara's life was the price. I ache to speak as an equal with Magister Delphine, to demand answers, but such an audience would be a joke to her. No one sees a slave. Alright, so there are a couple bridges to get across. There seems to be some foes on the other side. Let us deal with them. Oh, hello. Let's deal with you first. Excellent. All too easy. I forget that I need seeds for something. And I don't remember what I needed the seeds for. And also, once again, I must ask, are the people responsible for the excavation even still alive? It seems most people are dead here. Bow of cleansing fire. Ooh, a mosaic piece. Fancy. Like, see this guy? That's actually how he died. That was his face when he died. The crumbling parchment predates the second blight. Amel Valin, thievery. Iona Talvis, inciting dissidents. Gallus, property of House Lartus, conspiring to commit treason. Siskera Atreus, concealing a fugitive with full knowledge of his crimes. Quintin Navarre, public indecency. Right. Oh, hello.
Here. I
Yeah?
heard.
It seems that whatever giant monster was let out is still here. Ghoul! Take that! Did you hear about the ghoul who would never turn in his homework on time? That's because he was too ghoul for school. I'm only gonna be here for like the next hour less. I promise. Oh, hello. There was nothing to indicate this place was built over an old deep road's entrance. While the complications with Darkspawn were unfortunate, we've dealt with the pack that emerged, and I will hear no further talk of it. We have enough to secure the South Dig site. You will continue work in the corridors, and you will do so without complaint. Alternatively, we could use it as a distraction. You as a distraction should more Darkspawn hinder our efforts. You serve Corypheus either way.
Tori, they've been excavating. I take it breaking into Darkspawn tunnels wasn't part of the plan.
Hello? Darkspawn? Oh. It doesn't seem like Service is in this section. He is back in the western approach. Okay, so that might mean I will end up emerging.
That explains how the Venatori escaped the Darkspawn.
Hello, giant. Oh my. That was a fast turn. Haha! Yeah, excellent.
Nothing's ever simple, is it?
Nope.
The men here were laborers. Someone must have been coordinating their efforts. I doubt they stuck around to fend off Darkspawn.
Yes, it's Service. We know this. You'd do well to muzzle your doubt. Our information was passed down to Lucanus from Corypheus's most trusted servants. Be grateful you were chosen to come at all. Think of the power locked in these wastes. We need only to find it. Once liberated, we shall never rely on tinctures of lyrium or crude blood work again. Is that not worth any risk to become a little god like ourselves? Tell me the thought holds no appeal. We must exhaust every lead, however faint it may be. To do less is to dishonor him. I must check our progress at Echo Back Fort. I expect a full progress report upon my return. Service. Who leveled up? Sarah has leveled up. What are we going to throw her point into? Actually, let's work our way down towards that one. Let's see, Cassandra. Ah, so many buttons. And I'm pushing all the wrong ones. Cassandra can put her point into... Yeah, sure, why not? And Solus, let's see, I've been having him do cold. He can now do blizzard. Your blizzard now chills enemies, progressively slowing them until they are frozen. Blizzard continues without your having to sustain it. Wait, cost is 0 mana per second. Why would he ever turn it off? Or would that be like if you want a whole bunch of other things going on? You can have a blizzard go on, you can have... Huh. I don't know. Let's see. Ah, damn it. What did I just cover up? Because I assumed I didn't have that ability. Oh, probably this one. No, that's lightning. Cold. This one? No. Which one is missing? Probably this one. There we go. Let's work towards Frost Mastery, actually. Okay. Alright, so we need to defeat Service, the leader of the Venatori on this side. And most likely this will go towards that area in the Western Approach that I haven't been able to explore because of the closed doors, which is going to be very convenient. The Singing Maiden. And then I can more or less consider this area done. And move on. I'm still not sure. Like, I could move on to the next story point right now. Ooh, there we go. Fantastic. I mean, we didn't really connect this camp with the other camps very easily because we still haven't opened the other doors. And then there's a couple Fade Rifts we can deal with. No.
And of course, it's giants. At least they're big targets.
Yeah. Are they working together with the, I think the giants are, in fact, working together with the Darkspawn. Excellent. Conveniently, I hit the stealth button after he hit me. Wow, that's a whole bunch of crappy equipment that's unusable by any of my characters. Alright, let's head over and close this rift, because I can very, very slightly see it in the distance. And the rift has recognized my arrival. Alright, let's go after the Despair Demon first, because they're annoying to fight. Ah! All right. Now, Cassandra does not have her dispel right now, but it might come back in the next second. And he's used his dispel. Great. There we go, I think. Yeah, that got rid of one at least. Oh my gosh. Take that! Like, having at least one ranged attack is useful. Also, I think I've just realized I haven't bothered equipping anybody's third potion slot. But that's fine. We can do that later. You can have potion. I'm guessing there's a fort to the south. South by southeast. Oh, and I can see an ocularium from here. Hello, Vargast. And Solus is already injured again. That's fine. What I might do, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of going southwest first, opening the door, the access door there. I was wondering if I was going to be able to sneak past this crew. But alas, the Vargast noticed me. Or at the very least, the Vargast noticed Solus. Let's go southwest first, open up the door, and then I could go wrap around back east towards my objectives. Or I could just fast travel back to the camp. That way I can refill potions as well, before moving on to the larger challenges. I think I might do that first. Oh, hello, another giant. So many giants in this area. Okay, here, you can go to sleep. Oh my gosh. Solus, why are you standing right there? Move away. There we go. Yeah, I will definitely be fast traveling back to the camp after Solus undoubtedly used up all of the potions for himself by being terrible in regards to maintaining a defense. Like, is there a way that I could just have the AI know to, like, am I being attacked? Run away. Or is there something I could attach to him that will lower his threat level? Like, if I go to Solace, let's take a look. I've already gotten a lot of Spirit. These are just a lot of lightning abilities, fire abilities, but none of them really are about dealing with threat. Yeah, only that one has the damage reduction. Like tactics, behaviors. There we go. Follow. Okay. Defend controlled character. Interesting. Okay, let's grab the door while we're here and before we forget about it. Oh, do I have to use the mechanism to open the door? Or, nope, the mechanism is there. Fantastic. Okay. Now that we've done that, here's an idea. Let's head east, close the rift. Let's do the smaller activities first, and then go back and do the bigger activity, which is likely to be more dangerous. We still have 2 health potions anyway. So that should be all right for this thing. Let's see, I'm trying to target you. And now you can be next. And then where is... Oh, there. Okay, you probably haven't used yours. You probably haven't used yours. Sure, why not? Ah, there is still another terror out there. Alright, now we can close the rifts, and that should take care of all of the rifts in the western approach. And then we've got this Oculus over here. We got a quarry as well. I claim this quarry for the Inquisition! Out of curiosity, are there any other quarries and or logging areas here? The answer is no. Alright, how many shards? There's 1. Yep. 2. I imagine all 3 of these shards are going to be located in... Three. All right, we'll take down this person for Cassandra. Should not be a problem. We still have the 2 potions. Hello.
There! A rogue mage!
Ah.
It's over. Thank you for bringing us here.
No problem. No problem at all. And then the remaining 3 are in areas we haven't been, so. All right, let's open this door, claim the landmark, and then fast travel back to the camp so that we can then take down Service. I claim this door for the Inquisition. This gate is carved with symbols of Thoth, the old god of fire. So there's only one more landmark left, but I don't think it is on the map. It might be the fort. Let's travel to the camp first. Or it might be related to the Astrarium. All right, let's equip potions. We will replenish our bees, and we will equip regeneration potions. How about some bees for you? And some bees for her. And Solus can finally fill up his regeneration potions. And, of course, have his own jars of bees. I'm going to really need to collect, elf fruit again. I feel like I'm going to have to just have this game on in the background and just keep sending my advisors to collect things while I'm doing something else. Like, if you see the amount of time I've been playing this game go up by, like, 20 hours, like, it's because I haven't been playing the game. It's just been on, and I've been standing outside of the war room repeatedly sending my advisors on many trips to collect herbs. While watching YouTube or something. I don't know. Whatever I do with my own spare time. Oh yeah, I can still go through the other 2 doors in the desert oasis. I forgot about that. Alright, next up is the fort. And taking down Service. We'll take the western approach to the castle. Oh, no, never mind. First, let's actually go to this Astrarium and assemble another constellation, if we can.
Worth a look around, right?
That probably wasn't the way I was supposed to go in. I feel like this one looks more complicated than it actually is. What did I do wrong? Oh, yeah, I skipped that part. There we go. Constellation Saturnalis, referred to either as Satina, after the moon, or Saturnalia, after the holiday. In common parlance, the constellation Saturnalis has always been depicted by the celebrant, a seated man playing a lyre. It should be noted, or is it a lyre? I don't actually know the pronunciation of that word. It should be noted that in ancient Tevinter, the constellation was known as Mortimalis and was represented by a warrior holding aloft a head, usually that of an elf. The movement to officially rename it took hold in the Divine Age, and after 800 years, the original is all but forgotten. It only took 800 years for that. Hello. Aha! Who else was shooting at me? With a bow. Oh, this is service. An inconvenient location to be fighting him. Undoubtedly.
You should carve. The Inquisition was here on his butt.
Yes.
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
I'll give
Will
you
will he
something.
have that much
Arrows,
room?
Because it's... What are you waiting for?
Have some of the troops bring him in. I'll deal with him back at Skyhold.
It is kind of funny to see Sarah just kind of leaping in the background. I claim this place for the Inquisition! The last step of civilization before the abyss. Is there another alpha quillback? I feel like I'm short one alpha quillback that I've never found in this area. Oh, it's a shard. I'm sure my teammates will be able to easily follow me from there. All right. 1 second while I look up and see if I can find where the last alpha quillback is. Ah, there it is. Let's go after you. Not entirely sure what knocked me down, but I will accept it. Way of the Artificer. Where do I construct the tools for this? What is an artificer? Let's see. Is there a requisition bench? There we go. Precision tools. Personal to each artificer. I'm not entirely sure what this is for, but let's make it. And sure, we'll gain 1 power.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment. What is it? See for yourself, sir.
Yeah, sure, why not? Can we... If we can fill this order, might as well.
I've news, sir. What is it? You may want to look into this.
Okay, thank goodness. We can't do that one. And then we also have... Yeah. Right there? Although that question mark makes me think the entrance to the cave is a little bit southeast. What is up here? Now, oh my gosh. Am I gonna have to fast travel back to the camp that I was just at? Okay, no. Apparently there's something here that I had missed. Hmm. Although I suppose, to be fair, this piece of ruins isn't exactly the most inviting property. Oh, hello. Is this where all the wheels of cheese went? Bottles of Thetis, West Hill brandy, notes of black currant with a honeysuckle finish. Also, tastes like brandy. That sounds like the kind of comment from someone who doesn't like brandy.
You first, then I'll avenge you.
Thanks. The confidence is awe-inspiring. This one's a little bit deeper in. A little bit more going on with it. Doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be more, but it's definitely more spacious. Yes, right here.
The wards are working.
But there also should be treasure. There's the mosaic piece. All right, we are done with the western approach. I think. That's just a survey. Does not count. All right, so actually, let's go back to Skyhold, assign new operations for our team, and also talk about the training, like the Artificer and the Tempest, which will possibly unlock other trees, other skills for Malice to go into. Whether they're going to actually be useful skills, we'll just have to decide for ourselves. Alright, so I just realized I actually skipped something back here. There was a Grey Warden artifact. So I brought Blackwell with me this time. Oh, it sounds like it's down a floor. So that he can approve of actually being here. A mosaic piece. Didn't even notice that.
Allow me to take a look.
Yes, yes, yes. There we go.
Excellent.
And now he was able to approve and say excellent. This is very important. So if there's one of these fires, would that mean that there is a rune somewhere around these parts? Because I didn't see any. But I mean, they are relatively well hidden. Alright, heading back to Skyhold. Alright, I can talk to you again.
You have your tools. The first of the pieces that you could build with. You've a choice. Do you commit to constructing yourself? Making? There's no splitting focus.
Not yet. I'll come back to this.
Yeah, let's look at the class choices first before we commit to any of them. Let us find our way back to the stairs, make our way to... Oh yeah, we have to judge Service, who we could have either let to die or we brought him back to the castle to kill.
Before you is Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the Western Approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the Approach, without his master's consent.
I mean, that has nothing to do with it.
Whether or not he's loyal to Corypheus has no bearing on his crimes.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, your worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
It sounds like it. That's fine.
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the Approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
I'm not giving him back to Corypheus. That's an informant on probation.
Leliana will assign agents to you. I expect them to inform me that you've been forthright. If you want redemption, you'll have to earn it.
I can more than pay my keep, Inquisitor. Thank you.
More people approve than not. Cole disapproves, that's fine. Oh. Somebody wants something. Is it...
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Wait, Bianca is an actual person? Like the crossbow?
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Notice how she doesn't say like the crossbow.
You have met him before, right?
Like, she doesn't mention that Varric's crossbow is also named Bianca.
Any friend of Varric's is welcome here.
Be careful saying things like that. Some of his friends you don't want to meet. Oh, maybe you do. Who am I to judge?
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
I want to say the voice of Bianca is recognizable. Laura Bailey, of course. The voice of Abby, Last of Us Part 2. She's also a prominent role in... I think it was one of the Call of Duty Vanguard. Yeah, she's excellent.
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the Free Marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Excellent quest name. All right, let's assign our war council some operations. With your intelligence of the Venatori and the Crow's intelligence on Enzo, I tracked down a storehouse just outside the city. I hope he didn't want us to leave any of the Venatori alive. Sadly, Lord Enzo was not present, but he may count his life in days. To show we respect our current arrangement, an interesting trinket from our raid. To show we respect from our current arrangement, an interesting trinket from our raid on the Venatori. Here's an interesting trinket. Ambassador Monteliet, it is rare to hear of those in Orlais treating spirits as anything other than beasts to kill, and rarer still for anyone to care enough for one to help them. I've given the amulet to your people freely in hopes that the Inquisition will continue this open-minded approach. We wish you luck in healing the sky, whose rifts have damaged the fade even here in Riving. Yours in peace, Lady Anna Maria of Dersmund. Inquisitor, I'm pleased that we were able to work together for the betterment of the people of Redcliffe Arling. May Andraste watch over you. Hard in Hightown. Copies of Hard in Hightown and Hard in Hightown 3, The Repuncheoning, sit side by side on the table along with a note. Nightingale found some similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man found murdered in locked room was a comte, not a magistrate. Executors did not send warning note directly to Donan. Obviously, object of plot is Sword of Hassarian, not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the ripoff book shows numerous grammatical and spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers believe might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to a target. We should follow up on the murder investigation. The book is just a work of fiction. Or have Liliana investigate the cipher. Let's have Liliana investigate this cipher. That sounds more fun. Ambassador, I apologize for any unpleasantness that might have arisen from my last correspondence with the Inquisition. My people have been under tremendous strain for too long, even before the destruction of the Conclave, and it has taken its toll on all of Redcliffe Arling. But that is in the past. Today I write to offer an invitation to the Inquisition. The Banorn of Kalon is part of my domain and now lays empty. Ban Alara lost her life attending the Conclave. Her only living relative holds lands too far away to administer both. By Ferelden custom, the lands are now the property of whoever claims them through skill of arms. A tournament will be held at Kalon, with the victor taking the title as their prize. The Inquisition may send a champion to fight in the melee if you wish. We can send a champion. It may not be wise to win, however. Ferelden holds grudges. We can't truly run a Banorn, but a well-chosen envoy could win us Ferelden allies. Yeah.
Inquisitor.
That seems smarter. Dear Lily... Alright, let's have Cullen do something else. Oh, we've already done this. A clever idea in theory. We lost soldiers to sandstorms and yawning pits of death, but the local wildlife is safe, and that's what's important, right? Protect Val Gormond from Darkspawn. Your worship, my town of Val Gormond has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in your own noble efforts, leaving my people ill-equipped against this savage host. Word of your redemption of the Grey Wardens has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Val Gormond lives or dies by your word. The Grey Wardens are the best in the world against Darkspawn. This is their chance to shine. All right, let's stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night. Oh, hold on. We need to go talk to Cole, wherever he is. Which one? Yeah, let's go talk to Cole, hand him the amulet, and then stop. He was on, I think, the 3rd floor of this building.
The funniest thing I've seen in years. That cat dancing around off pin and pants.
Cole!
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Sorry for what?
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple. Pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith, and I fought her. Maker, forgive me. I hope I did enough.
That's great, Colt. You have a purpose.
Out helping, taking the fear away. I won't take too much. I am not that.
Okay, take this, though.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need some place that can go away if it becomes sharp. What do I do with it?
You put it on.
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I?
Will you be able to actually put it on over his giant hat? His dumb, stupid giant hat?
I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Are you ready, Cole?
They can't make me a monster.
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
Maybe Varric is right.
Solus, is it possible that the amulet doesn't work on Cole because he's too human?
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
We'll find whatever is preventing the amulet from working, and we'll make it right.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure.
I mean, not all of us. We need a warrior in the crew to take the damage.
Right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
But he can't be a spirit if he's turned into a monster.
Cole is a demon, or a spirit. He has magical abilities and magical vulnerabilities. We cannot ignore that.
Fair enough. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
Exactly.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering.
Technically, they're both right. Alright, so that didn't actually get finished. Are we automatically going to a different area? Where are we loading? Oh, we're already automatically going to this area. I was not expecting this.
This should get me through the month. But give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You killed me.
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me! He killed me! That's why it doesn't work! He killed me, and I have to kill him back!
Before anyone gets killed, I need to know what's going on.
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate.
I like how the camera is just zooming in on his dumb hat.
Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became him. Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to.
Oh, here we go. This is what I've been asking for.
Cannot let Cole kill the man.
I don't think anyone was going to suggest that, Chuckles.
Cole is a spirit. The death of the real Cole wounded him, perverted him from his purpose. To regain that part of himself, he must forgive.
Come on. You don't just forgive someone killing you.
You don't. A spirit can.
Cole needs to let this go.
I believe I can help. Cole, come with me.
So Varric agrees that that Cole shouldn't kill him, but he disapproves of forgiveness.
Not possible. Not possible.
Can you feel this man's pain, Cole?
He remembers now. He knows he killed me.
No. Feel his pain. His guilt. The shame that drove him from the Templars.
Don't worry, we'll erase his records. They clap me on the shoulder, smell of oiled metal and blood. They smile like Louis did when he made me drown the kittens. Laughter bounces off the walls like a thin child's fists.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's hurting, Cole. And you are a spirit of compassion.
Forget.
I believe we are finished here.
You all right, kid?
Yes. He's free. We're both free.
I still can't take Cole with me on any adventures because of his hat and how dumb it is, but I'm glad that we have progressed with his story because it is interesting. Since, like, the spirits themselves kind of emerge out of a very singular emotional state. And, like, their existence in the real world kind of complicates that, their selves.
He has to be working. Cole should be adequately protected.
Have you talked to him since? Have you heard what he sounds like?
He sounds like a spirit.
Nonsense words like Bertrand at the end. Just need to hear the song again just for a minute. I'm all right, Varric.
What matters is his happiness. Cole, how are you feeling?
I am well. There is work. Wounded to help, hurts to heal, but the weight is off. The old chains have fallen.
You're not still angry with the man who hurt you?
No, I helped him forget. His pain no longer pulls at me. A woman with 2 names slips a knife in darkness to her left hand. Honey stirred into Leliana's wine. Faith, not revenge.
Could have been a person.
Possibly. Would that have made him happier, Child of the Stone?
All right, now I'm going to stop. Have a good day.